Hello, everybody. It is Sunday. It's 12 o'clock Eastern. And on Sunday at 12 o'clock Eastern, it's the best place to be after Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where the Cash Slow Kings Live happens every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's the best place to be, Fiscal.
It is. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. I don't know about you, but it's like
Certainly.
my number one and number two favorite things, both happening Saturday and Sunday. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And my
On
third
Sat-
favorite thing was chess day, which I also did on Saturday.
Ooh,
So it's been quite a great weekend for me. And you know
in the
what?
merch.
I've heard that there's a video of me bench pressing in the merch, which they can find on your channel, by the way.
It's on the Cash Slow Kings channel, actually. We put it on
Is it?
here. It is.
Wow.
It is
Amazing.
big stuff. All right, welcome in everybody though. This is the weekly recap series. And
Indeed it is.
something you don't see a lot of other live channels doing. It's sharing their buys, their sells, and their dividends every single week. Why do you think that is? I don't think they have a pair, to be frank. So this is a series where we do just that, every single week. So make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't already. But Fiscal, take it away for this week.
So you might be noticing it's a little thin as far as account activity this week.
Ooh.
I honestly didn't do a whole lot. I did collect $6 from Prospect Capital. I have heard you can still get some select smaller Starbucks beverages for that price. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's true.
Or it could get you 2 or 3 prime energy drinks if you drink any of that kind of stuff. Just, in case you do.
Nasty. Nasty.
All I did beyond collect that dividend was, well, I rolled an option, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Paramount Global, I had a $14 strike price cash secured put, which I rolled from expiration on Friday, February 23rd, out to April 19th. Why did I do this? Well, the stock price is currently trading below $12.
Warren Buffett sold out, I saw.
He sold 30% of his stake.
Oh, paper
And
hands, paper
so
hands.
paper hands. Warren Buffett has paper hands. And unfortunately, the people that copy Berkshire, once they found that out in the 13F filing, what do you think they did? They probably, yeah, exactly. Because they're not real man's investors.
That's true.
In light of that, the price dropped. Now, I could have taken assignment on this 100 shares at $14, which I think that's pretty close to my current cost basis, and I don't have a problem with that. But by rolling it out further into the future, I was able to arbitrage this and collect about $31 in the difference between the price of the two options, which effectively would lower my cost basis on this lot of 100 shares by $31. So if it stays below 14 by April, I'll still get the shares, but my cost basis will be lower. And that's the reason I did that. And if it goes back up, I may not get the shares, but I do have a pretty good position in Paramount. I might want to increase it a little bit more because it's very cheap right now, but overall, I'm pretty happy to do that, collect that extra $31 and wait and see what happens.
It's $31 you didn't have yesterday.
It's true.
All right. So as you guys have been watching the weekly recaps recently, I've only been buying one stock pretty much every week for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That has changed. This week we bought something different, and you guys may be shocked. And I've actually churned a quick profit on it. So buy my course, bro. It's of course, I put $35 into S&P Global at $423. Now, a lot of people are not happy with S&P Global, especially from the dividend community. They increased their dividend like 1%. People are not happy. But recently they announced that they'd be investing even more money into acquiring a new company, which is a data company. And I think this even further widens their moat that they have amongst the data collecting business. It's one of the best businesses that you always are going to need. Businesses will need them. The government will need them. Everybody loves them. Some good data.
I've heard knowledge is power. Is that true?
Knowledge is power. And I actually got a few books over here that Warren Buffett have wrote. But in all seriousness, S&P Global, I saw it at a decent price. Why not buy an amazing quality business at a decent price? Now, if you thought that was the main event of the week, wait till you see this. All I got to say, $10.64 from Starbucks reinvested. Very happy with that. Very, very happy with that.
Now,
Starbucks is a company in my portfolio. As you guys would know, one of my favorite holdings, both personally and as a business. A lot of growth ahead of it. I've actually been listening to the Lex Friedman podcast with Bill Ackman. They talk a lot about restaurants and investing in a restaurant. It's made me even more bullish on my Starbucks holding. Probably one of my favorite holdings in my portfolio. Love it a lot. And thank you for the $10.64. I'm going to do a lot with that money, I'm sure, one day.
you could even buy a Starbucks with it.
Indeed. But as you guys would know, we also go over companies that are going to be reporting earnings this week. And it's actually a pretty big week when it comes to earnings.
I am surprised. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be this many. Huh.
I agree. Well, yeah, even more clickbait. What company besides Domino's, of course, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that sticks out.
They were interested in maybe having me work for them not too long ago.
Shh.
That's no
It's all
joke.
fun and games until Fiscal delivers your pizza.
No, not as a
I
delivery.
know. I
No,
know.
but I mean that would fit though. I open the door, the Pornhub intro plays, and I go, pizza man, extra
No. Cash Flow Kings weekly recap, uncensored. Domino's
sauce.
Pizza, though. That's an interesting
We
company.
didn't do an after hours show, so I had to.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's definitely an interesting business. So do you remember this was a really long time ago, that's why I asked. They actually had an ad campaign where they kind of admitted that their pizza sucked and that they
Yes.
needed to do better.
I watched a documentary on it.
They've honestly, and they also, I mean, they basically had online ordering before you had like Uber Eats or anything like that.
Domino's is a tech company that happens to
Yeah.
sell pizza.
Exactly. So I really there's a lot of things I like about Domino's, and I don't love the restaurant business overall. I think there's just, there's a lot of overhead and capital intensiveness and everything, and they have to worry about things expiring and spoiling and stuff. But yeah, Domino's I think could be pretty solid. There's a lot of things I like about them. They're very innovative.
At the right price, though.
At the right price.
It
Yes.
has to be at the right price. I
I
think it's
I
a little
am
overvalued right now.
yeah, they have gotten kind of expensive, but yeah, at the right price, I would definitely not count them out. Um,
Here on the
if
Cash Flow Kings, we'll do anything for the right price.
I think Tuesday, is that Norwegian, like the airline
Cruise
/ cruise line? Because I think there's Norwegian Air, and I think they're owned by the same, they're the same company, but could be wrong about that.
You know what I see on Thursday? I see Celsius.
No, I was gonna say Dell.
Ooh,
Dude,
yeah.
InBev. We'll see how that's all going.
Yeah.
Altria shareholders should care about
Our
the
Bud Light.
yeah, because we own 10% of that through Altria.
Paramount Wednesday.
Ooh, it's got a pre-earnings price crash instead of a pre-earn. Wouldn't it be insane if they had beats on earnings and just rocketed to the moon?
It went up like 70%.
I'd be and then it's like, how's those paper hands working out for you, Buffett?
Shoving it in his face.
Yeah, I would rub his nose in it so good. I'd be like,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, old man, how do you like that? So yeah, that's definitely interesting. AMC Wednesday as well. Maybe I need to try to cash in with a cheap AMC video for clicks. Is it gonna squeeze? Is it finally gonna squeeze? Oh, I saw Beyond Meat on there too.
Beyond Meat. Oh no.
On Tuesday, one of Jeremy Lefebvre's
and Fubo.
Wow.
It's a big week for our friend Jeremy.
Wow. Friend of the channel, Jeremy Lefebvre, is going to have his hands full this week.
The day that Jeremy comes on the channel, we'll get so many views. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is the weekly recap. Once again, we share buys, sells, dividends, and everything rated R sometimes too. It's the Cash Lookings After
You could
After
say it
Dark.
or transparent.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Catch us on the weekly live show. We were doing open calls. Will we do them again? We'll see. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe. Tune in on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, do dividends, sucks, not chugs. And at the end of the day, remember, cash
Cash
flow
flow is
is
king.
king. Oh, yeah.